Again, Jesus tells us many different times in many different ways that to be his follower means our life is going to be very hard. It is going to be very difficult. Again, pick up your cross and follow after me. We, because we live post-resurrection, again, simplify what that means. To those who would have heard it for the first time, he's saying, think of the most horrible way to die. Do that each day. Enter into that with the entirety of your life. And we see that in our gospel today as Jesus calls the first apostles. He calls his first leaders. We just sort of beautify it and just focus on the nice part, the good part, which of course is true, without realizing the cost, that these men leave behind everything. They leave behind their families. We know that Peter was married. We hear of his mother-in-law in the scriptures. He leaves behind his wife. He leaves behind his family in order to serve the Lord. Now, we are not given full insight into the trips that they may have made at home and how they would have stayed connected to them. We see this radical trust, this radical abandonment of their own will at the simple invitation of our Lord and their immediate response. That requires great suffering, great sacrifice. And yet, that is what each one of us is meant to do every day of our life, to embrace the suffering. And then make sure that we're actually intentional in taking on extra penances. And so we do this in every other part of our life. We have to sacrifice good things in order to get greater things. And so we need to embrace suffering that helps us grow in virtue. And so a good question is, where are the areas that we struggle? Where are the areas that we continue to sin? And then find something that is the opposite of that and make that a part of your fasting.